Almaty city on the 23rd and has since burned approximately 410 hectares of forest. Authorities have issued evacuation orders for around 7,500 residents. In Okayama City, where the fire also began on the 23rd, about 540 hectares have been affected, and more than 3,000 people have been ordered to evacuate. Now taking a look at the weather across Busan. Cloudy conditions expected around 12 p.m. Wind gusts up to 7 meters per second. The temperature is currently 17 degrees. The highest temperature will be 18 degrees. That wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Kimberly An. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
One of the top strategies for digital marketers to engage and inform their audience is through video content. Long-form videos are perfect for introducing and explaining a brand, product, or service, while short-form videos can capture a brand's essence and add a twist. Studies indicate that 88% of marketers believe that videos have enhanced their user understanding of their products or services, and 86% say it has led to increased web traffic. Today, we're going to talk about ways to boost your video channel growth. It's Thursday, March 27th, 2025, and this is Midday Mate. Let's get started!
trade.
But you lay in the bed
Where the bums have laid.
now. All the time you're crying.
That you're underpaid. It's like that.
What?
And that's the way it is. One thing I know is that life is short.
So listen up, oh boy, give this a thought.
The next time someone's teaching, why don't you get taught? It's
Like that, what?
and that's the way it is.
If you really think about it, times aren't that bad.
The one that brings with successes will make you glad.
Stop playing, start praying,
You won't be sad. It's like that.
What?
And that's the way it is.
When you feel your failure, sometimes it hurts.
For a meaning in life is why you search.
Take the bus or the train.
Drop the school of church. It's like that. And that's the way it is.
Here's another point in life you should not miss.
Do not be a fool who's prejudiced.
Because we're all written down on the same list.
It's like that.
What?
And that's the way it is.
You know it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
Because it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
You know it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
Because it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
You know it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
Because it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
You know it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
Because it's like that.
And that's the way it is.
And that was It's Like That by Run DMC. It's Like That is a song by American hip-hop group Run DMC, released in 1983 as their debut single. It sold around 5 million copies worldwide, placing it amongst the biggest selling singles of all time. In 2008, it was ranked number 40 on VH1's 100 Greatest Hip-Hop Songs. When it reached number 1, Run DMC became the first band to wait for over 10 years between their first hit, Walk This Way, in 1986, and their first chart topper in the UK. Hello everyone, and welcome. We are live in the studio in Busan on this little gloomy Thursday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I am your host, Kimberly. Hello. We have lots of people in our YouTube live stream already from the beginning of the show. Thank you for joining in. We have Benny-님, we have 인류의 충전소, we have Juliet-님, we have Boa-님, we also have Po-님. Po-님, you joined early today. And we also have Sang-min-님. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad to have all of my mates here. I feel so 든든해 to have all of the mates listening in. So let's have a wonderful Thursday show for today. So, what is actually coming up on the show today? First hour, we'll have Listomania, where we introduce various kinds of lists. And today, we're going to talk about ways to boost your video channel growth. So maybe you have a video channel already out there and you want to have more following and people to watch, then today's Listomania will be perfect for you. But say that you don't have a video channel. It's okay. You can still learn tips for in the future if you want to have a video channel, or maybe you can learn the ways that people try to hook you in to watch their videos also. After Listomania, we'll have our segment of Close Up. Each week, Matthew gives you an intimate look at the works of an accomplished actor or director, and that will be soon after Listomania. And then for hour number 2, we'll have today's quotes, where we introduce meaningful quotes to motivate you each and every day. And even though today may seem a bit gloomy and dark and rainy and cloudy, hopefully today's quotes will help brighten it up. After that, we'll have Byte-size banter, where we have daily fun conversation with a theme with Andrew, where we just talk nonstop about a certain question and think about so many different things, and our imagination just goes wild. After Byte-size banter, we'll have Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And if you've been here for this whole week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know that we're going into the world of Suits. So again, if you haven't watched the show, make sure you stay tuned for that so we can learn some good English expressions to use throughout our life. And then on Thursday, we'll end the show with Living Like a Local, where adapting to a new culture may be difficult, but don't worry, I'll give you some tips on how to live like a local here in Korea. And now, the question of the day and text topic that everybody is waiting for, right? I know that you all are waiting for it because you want to hurry up and tell me your thoughts, right? I need everybody to answer. The question is, how to increase your video channel subscribers. So say that you had a current video channel and you wanted to figure out, how could I raise and, increase the subscribers that I have and, bring in some traffic? What are some ways that you think that you would do it? Would you do a giveaway? Would you do like flashy little different types of art for your video to make people come in? Would you change the different clip that you have in the beginning of your video? What would you do? Maybe you can also bring in celebrities if you have that inmek. So again, how do you increase your video channel subscribers? 여러분의 비디오 채널 구독자를 늘리는 방법은 무엇인가요? Again, if you don't have one, then just try to think of one outside of the box and try to chime into our conversation. Go ahead and send in your answers. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it'll only cost you 101. Or you can also reach us through KakaoTalk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us as a Kakao friend and send in your messages for free. And we also do have a smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of your app stores. You can download our app, listen to our programs, and leave us comments after logging in. And now I'll be right back with Listomania after this song. Here is We're in This Love Together by Al Jarreau.
Diamond ring, it's a precious thing, and we never want to lose it. It's like a favorite song that we love to sing. Every time we hear the music, and we're in this love together. We got the kind that lasts forever. On the vine, it gets sweeter all the time. It's like a rainy night and candlelight, and ooh, it's so romantic. We got the whole thing working out so right. Yes. And it's just the way we planned it. We're in this love together. We got the kind that lasts forever. Don't you know that we're in this love together? And like berries on the vine, it gets sweeter all the time. Don't you know love together. We got the kind that will last forever. Tell you that we're in this love together. We're going to find that love has opened up the door. Hey, hey, yeah. Don't you know that we're in this love together? We got the kind that brings to mind a favorite song. Let me say that we're in this love together. We got the kind that lingers all night long. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're in this love together.
And that was We're in This Love Together by Al Jarreau. And now it's time for Listomania. We're going to introduce various kinds of lists, so listen up for today. Are you a YouTuber finding it hard to connect with your audience? Launching a YouTube channel from the ground up can be quite challenging, particularly with so much content out there competing for viewers. The platform serves as a fantastic space for creative minds to showcase their videos and share their unique insights with a worldwide audience. However, growing your audience requires more than just passion. It needs a well thought out strategy to help your content find the right viewers and turn them into subscribers. So here are ways to boost your video channel growth for today. Number 1 is to understand YouTube's algorithm. The algorithm for recommendations drives 70% of what people watch on the platform, according to a research. With the kind of influence, it's important to understand how it works. While the algorithm has evolved over time, like all social media algorithms do, right now it prioritizes the following factors. First up is relevance. The algorithm matches factors like title, tags, content, and description to a search query. Second is engagement. This relies on signals such as watch time and watch percentage, along with likes, comments, and shares. That's why whenever we watch a video, everyone is like, make sure you to like the video and comment and subscribe. At third, we have quality. To evaluate quality, the algorithm determines the channel's authority and trustworthiness on an issue or topic. And lastly, user search and watch history. Content that users have viewed or enjoyed in the past feeds into this to provide content that is helpful. So again, the first one is to understand YouTube's algorithm. Second up, we have build videos around a single keyword or topic. Marketers that don't know about search engine optimization is risk missing the opportunity to use SEO to rank videos. YouTube SEO, which is short for search engine optimization, is a process of optimizing YouTube videos and channels to rank higher in YouTube search results. It's a way to help users find your videos and attract more viewers to your own channel. But it's crucial to use this tactic if you want to have your videos to get the maximum amount of viewers. Building your video around a single topic or a single keyword is the best way to drive traffic and grow your audience. The challenge is to find the right keywords to include. There are some great free keyword research tools out there to find ones relevant to your brand and audience. Once you've identified them, use an SEO keyword research toolkit to turn your research into content for your marketing channels. Make sure to include your keywords naturally throughout the content so YouTube picks it up when closed captions are added. And always optimize your title and descriptions. And at number 3, we have reuse or repurpose content. Of course, the best way to grow your video channel is to create and distribute great video content, right? But that content doesn't always have to be built from scratch and built from nothing. Some of your best videos can be created from engaging, valuable, useful, and actionable content you already have. Before you start looking at your existing content, it's worth knowing what types of videos do well on the platform. A research found that the 5 most popular types are educational videos, explainer videos, product demos, product reviews, and video tutorials. So content that solves problems for your audience is a great way to drive traffic. Perform a content audit to discover the blogs, guides, and other high-performing pieces you currently have and think about how to repurpose them to create relevant and engaging videos. And for me, I always like to watch the product reviews and video tutorials, especially when I just got like this huge new vacuum cleaner. I did not know how to use the 물걸레 part of my vacuum cleaner. And I was like, oh man, the person who came to install the vacuum cleaner explained everything to me, and I should have taken a video of him. But instead, I went on to NoTube and I looked up how to use this vacuum cleaner, and then it had a product review and a video tutorial to help. So those types of videos also catch the viewers and people to come in. Up at number 4 for Listomania, we have think about video length and how long the video is. It's worth thinking about the length of video when you are creating it. According to a report, the most common length for videos was under 3 minutes, which is 47%, followed by 5 to 30 minutes at 25%. Can you imagine? The length of videos was under 3 minutes. Wow. On the flip side, long-form content is useful for providing valuable and detailed information. And you can advertise using a mid-roll at around 8 minutes, which is why a lot of YouTube videos are 10 minutes or over. If you already have videos that perform on your channel, look at the length and see if there's a pattern or other insights. Failing that, mix up short and long form content and analyze the results over time to gauge your performance. So if you have a lot of people watching your 3-minute videos, then go ahead and continue to make 3-minute videos. If you have like 0 or like 1 person watching your 3-hour video, so maybe that shows that the video may be a bit too long. Go ahead and see what the length of videos that you have is and which ones viewers like to watch the most. And at number 5, we have engage with your audience. That is the most important, right? We want some engagement. It's important not to overlook the fact that YouTube is a social media channel and therefore demands social interaction. If you're just posting videos without encouraging comments and discussion, you're missing a trick. YouTube rewards channels with great engagement, including overall time spent on the channel, watch time, likes and dislikes, and most importantly, comments. So try to respond to every comment you receive if possible, and encourage users to engage with audio-visual prompts. You can also take the time to visit other channels and engage. This could be a brand similar to your own or even a competitor or one that you admire. Don't always wait for the audience to take the initiative either. Drive engagement by asking questions relevant to the content or just ask what content they like to see on your channel or want to see more of. So those were our tips on how to make your audience and growth bigger for your video channel. Growing a successful YouTube channel isn't just about posting videos. It's about creating a community. Beyond responding to comments and encouraging discussions, you can foster deeper connections by hosting live streams, running Q&A sessions, or even featuring audience members in your content. Many creators find success in building an identity beyond their videos, whether through a recognizable style, a unique catchphrase, or a consistent posting schedule. This helps viewers feel a stronger connection and keeps them coming back for more. Another key factor in long-term growth is collaboration. Partnering with your other YouTubers, whether in your niche or a related field, can introduce your content to a whole new audience. Cross-promotions, guest appearances, or even simple shout-outs can significantly expand your reach. Additionally, taking advantage of YouTube Shorts and trending challenges can help boost visibility as short-form content continues to gain traction on the platform. By staying adaptable and engaging with both viewers and fellow creators, you'll set your channel up for steady and sustainable growth. And that was our list for today. And now, why don't we take a little song break? Here is We Don't Talk Anymore by Cliff Richard.
You are the only one. Do you know what you've done? It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. It's so funny why we don't talk anymore. But I ain't losing sleep, and I ain't counting sheep. It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. We don't talk. Well, it really doesn't matter to me. I guess your leaving was meant to be. It's down to you now. You wanna be free. Well, I hope you know which way to go. You're on your own again. Don't come crying to me when you're the lonely one. Remember what you've done. Oh, it's so funny how we don't talk anymore. It's so funny why we don't talk anymore. But I ain't losing sleep, and I ain't counting sheep. No, no, no. It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. We don't talk. But I ain't losing sleep. No, I ain't counting sheep. No, 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 no. It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. We don't
And welcome back, everyone. You just listened to We Don't Talk Anymore by Cliff Richard. And I'm your host, Kimberly, and you're listening to Midday Mate. For our question of the day and text topic is, how do you increase your current video channel subscribers? How do you increase your current video channel subscribers? 여러분의 비디오 채널 구독자를 늘리는 방법은 무엇인가요? 늘리는 방법은 무엇인가요? Sorry. I have a few answers here from Ponim saying, first, you need to have fine editing skills, and then you need to have good themes to cover in your videos. Yes, if you just have a regular video and there isn't any editing there, I think it would be quite boring, right? Unless the person and the content is really engaging. But sometimes we need some good editing skills. And Benanim saying, for me, I want to increase by collaborating with celebrities. And the reason is so I love to engage with their energy, or also sponsors. And Julia Neem says, I suppose I need to pay attention to what subscribers are saying and the two-way communication between subscribers and the host. So to speak, make something together with the strong fan base. I think that is also very important to have that connection with your subscribers and to continually have that back and forth with them. I think it's also very good. Yes, wow, lots of answers. Thank you so much, everyone. And we have a message here from on our Kakao from Chae-Hyusuk-nim saying, good midday, hello, and good afternoon to you too. Again, so how do you increase your current video channel subscribers? Go ahead and send in your answers by texting in #9050 or 샵9050, and it'll only cost you 100 won. Or you can also reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us as a friend and send in your messages for free. And lastly, we do have our smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. You can listen to our programs and leave us comments after logging in. And now I'll be right back with our Thursday segment. And everyone, it is now time for our segment titled Close Up, when Matthew gives us an intimate look at the works of an actor or director. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good. It's a rainy day, but
It's a bit rainy out there,
yeah,
huh?
it's warm, which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not like pouring, I think I'm okay with like the little drizzle and
Right.
sprinkle that we're
And I
having.
think rain now especially is probably welcome.
Yes,
Right.
of course, we need it. So, before we begin with Close Up, do you have a video channel that you have? By
I
any chance?
do,
Oh, you do?
but it's not like the kind of video channel where I'm trying to get subscribers. It's mostly a tool that I use for my classes.
Oh, I see, I see.
So if I have my students do a project, I'll have like an example on YouTube that they can check out.
That's still very good.
Yeah. But
Lots
it's
of-
not like, I need to get more subscribers.
Right,
it's
right.
not that kind of channel. It's like a tool for my teaching.
I like those too. I also have one of those. Again, for me, it's the same as you. I'm not trying to get like subscribers to come in and watch or
Right.
anything. It's just for catered to my students there. Right? For you too?
Exactly, yeah.
So, but then if you had to increase your subscribers,
Right.
how would you do it?
Okay, because I do watch other people's channels who are trying to get subscribers. So one thing I think is important, and you guys kind of said this, was sometimes you'll hear YouTubers say, all right, like, subscribe, and comment down below. But you get the sense that they don't actually read the comments. Whereas if, when people are commenting in the next video, it's clear that the person actually read the comments and responds.
Ah, yes.
Then it's like actual engagement.
right.
So I feel like you need to create that connection between the viewer and the YouTuber.
That's so good. That reminds me of an Australian YouTuber that I used to watch before, and she would always put up the screen captures of the comments for her next video and then talk about it.
Right.
So then people would feel very loved that their comments got to be on one of the videos that they were watching.
Yeah, or like ask me anythings. You know those?
Q&As?
Right, because then you get to see your question sometimes, and then you're like, oh, I'm participating.
Right.
Right, so I think that's important.
Good. So those are very nice and good tips. Thank you. And why don't we get into our segment of Close Up? What are we going to talk about today?
So last week we talked about Robert Pattinson,
Yes, we did.
who got his big break as Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So this week we're going to do another member of the Harry Potter cast, who is Dame Maggie Smith. So I'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
Do you know who Maggie Smith is? And more specifically, do you know who she was in Harry Potter?
Maggie Smith, yes. I remember her because the first time I watched her in a movie was, I believe if it's her, is The Secret Garden.
Yes, she was in the Secret Garden. Good job.
And Maggie Smith, then, if I remember her face correctly, in the movie for Harry Potter, I don't know the name, but she was a professor.
Yes, she was Professor McGonagall.
Yes. There we go.
Who was famous after Professor Dumbledore was the headmaster. He, kind of died, kind of disappeared. She became the headmaster.
Ah, okay.
But she was in it from the very beginning to the very end. So that was her, and that's who we're going to talk about.
All right.
So-
Maggie Smith.
I am a very big Maggie Smith fan. I really like her. But actually, today's kind of going to be a tribute to her because sadly, she passed away last September.
Oh, I see. I did not know that.
Yeah, she was 89 years old. So, she was an old woman. She lived a long life. It was nothing special. She passed away peacefully with her family, but just from old age.
Okay.
So, this is going to be a bit of a tribute.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to start talking about my personal experience, and then we'll go back and look at her life a little bit.
Alrighty.
All right. So, when I was about 9 years old, I saw her for the first time in the film Hook.
Ah, yes.
Do you know Hook?
A Peter Pan movie.
Peter Pan, starring Robin Williams.
Yes.
Right. And in that, she was Wendy, but Granny Wendy. Wendy when she had like grown up. So that was the first time I saw her, and I loved Hook when I was a kid. Really good childhood movie. But I had no idea who she was. She was just some old lady in the movie.
She looks really old, like older than she actually was at that time,
Yeah,
right?
at that time she was in her 50s, and they kind of like make-upped her up to look older.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I just looked at the picture of her, and then she looks a lot older than what she would have been.
Right. Yeah. That was on purpose.
All thanks to makeup then.
Yes. And then just 1 year later, she was in another of my favorite childhood movies,
Which is?
Sister Act.
Yes. I
you
remember
ever see Sister Act?
I watched Sister Act so many times when I was little, but I really don't remember the plot anymore.
Okay, so Whoopi Goldberg.
Right.
She was a lounge singer, and her husband was a gangster. And then she had to like go into hiding because she saw like a murder. And then they put her in a convent, like a place where Catholic nuns live.
Right.
And the head nun, the mother superior, was Maggie Smith.
Was it?
Yes.
I see.
Which is kind of weird because it's in America and she has a British accent. But anyway, she was good. And Whoopi Goldberg and the nuns, they start singing like jazzy music and stuff. And Maggie Smith was very strict and was like, oh, boogie woogie on the keyboard, right? That kind of thing. But eventually, Whoopi Goldberg won her over to the music. But I really loved that movie when I was a kid.
You know, we have a lot of people, like, right now, 인류의 충전소 was saying, oh, Hook 굉장히 좋아했던데 거기 나오신 줄 몰랐어요. So they didn't know that Maggie Smith had come out for the movie Hook. And then also, right after, comment is saying, what? Sister Act? So yeah, I think a lot of people know who Maggie Smith is, but I think we just kind of forgot the roles that she had when earlier
Yeah,
on.
because she wasn't really that famous at that time. When she really got famous was the big role we already mentioned was when she was Professor McGonagall
I see.
in Harry Potter. And then I was like, oh, it's that lady from Hook and Sister Act.
And The Secret Garden.
And The Secret Garden, yes. But that was like 10 years later, and that's when she really became really famous. And I'm going to throw in one more movie. It was a 2021 film called A Boy Called Christmas. And it's a kind of cheesy movie, but me and my kids have watched it the last few years, and she's the narrator in it. She plays a fairy that has moved into the human world. But she's in that. So it was one of her last movies, and she's really good in it, and my kids love watching that during Christmas time.
I never heard of it, but
A Boy Called Christmas.
A Boy Called Christmas. It does look like one of those classic Christmas movies to watch.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but it's fun. Kids like it.
I'm sure.
Okay. So, anyway, your experience over was Secret Garden.
Yes.
Do you remember anything about that?
The Secret Garden, I believe she was the nanny, I believe.
Sounds right, yeah.
Or she was the caretaker of the main girl character in the movie. And I just remember there was a scene where she was trying to help the main character get dressed, and the main character just didn't like it and brought her some porridge. And I remember that's when I was like, oh, I want to try some porridge. And that's when I started eating juk.
Juk? Oh, okay.
And I don't know, I just really liked that movie a long time ago. And I remember her face being there.
And it's got that feeling of kind of magic, the Secret Garden.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but I first saw her in Hook. Now, at that time, she was almost 60 years old. But, and I didn't know this, she actually had a very, very long career before that. So let's kind of take a look at her past.
All right, let's go into it.
So she was born in 1934. She moved to Oxford, right? Famous for Oxford University, when she was 4 years old. When she was 16 years old, she left high school to start acting. So she quit high school and went to an acting school. And then when she's 18 years old, she was in her first play, which was Twelfth Night by Shakespeare.
I see.
Yeah, so she was kind of a British, classically trained actress, kind of the old style. In 1956, she debuted on Broadway in New York City, right? So she went over the sea. And she kind of has a funny story. So she was born right before World War II. And when she was a child in England, there was rationing.
Right.
Right? So you could only buy so much food. And then she went to New York City where there was no rationing. And every time she ate, she would just get like mountains of food.
Massive amount of food.
And
No
yeah,
more
she
rationing.
was completely and utterly shocked by how much Americans ate. Okay, but so she came over to America. She did both drama and comedy. She did musical theater. So she was very well-rounded.
Right.
Yeah. She did comedy, but she's not like funny, like ha-ha funny. She's more kind of that British sarcastic wit kind of funny.
Yeah.
Right? Like no smile, but doing zingers to people kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Okay. In 1962, she joined the National Theatre Company in England, which is the most famous theater group there. She was invited by Laurence Olivier. So anybody who thinks of Shakespeare, he's the most famous Shakespearean actor, Laurence Olivier. So she was a big deal. She was really respected by all the other actors out there.
Wow.
And in 1969, she won the Oscar for Best Actress. It's called The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. I've never seen it, but I want to see it.
I see. I never heard of it either.
Okay.
But again, if she won Best Actress and got an Oscar, then it must be good.
It must be good. Okay, I want to see it. Okay, so from there, to 1969, she kind of climbed the ranks. She was really respected in theater. So I'm going to skip a lot of time.
Okay.
But she was in all sorts of movies and plays and stuff in the 70s and 80s. Everyone really respected her. So we're going to go straight back up to Harry Potter.
Okay. Zoom.
1969, back to Harry Potter, which was 2000 to 2009.
Wow, was it 2000?
Yeah, we're getting old.
What? That movie's 25 years old now?
Well, the first one. Because
Wow.
there's 7, right? So they started 2000, went to 2009.
Wow.
And the author, Harry Potter's author,
J.K. Rowling?
J.K. Rowling, she only personally requested 2 actors.
Oh.
And
Was she
one of them was her.
Wow.
She said, I want Professor McGonagall to be Maggie Smith. And the other guy was Hagrid. You know Hagrid? He's like the big giant
Right.
magical creatures
With the
teacher.
long hair.
Yeah. I don't actually know the actor's name, but he was also personally requested. And she really had a fantastic relationship with Alan Rickman, who was Professor Snape.
Oh.
Because they said she was kind of a cold person, but when she was with other actors that she really thought were like the real deal, who she really respected, then she was suddenly very warm. And she really liked Alan Rickman, Professor Snape, He's always
Interesting.
kind of that no expression,
Stoic.
Potter, right? That kind of thing. So that was big. She popped out. And then she got even more famous in 2009, 2010, in Downton Abbey.
Downtown Abbey. Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard of it. A lot of my friends loved it.
Yeah, my family really, really loved it. They
really?
all talked about it. I've never seen a single episode. Me too. To be honest, I feel bad, but but Downton Abbey. I don't know how popular it was in Korea. Do you know? I feel like it
At this
wasn't.
time, I was in the States, so
Yeah.
all of my friends in the States really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about in Korea either.
Okay, but it was huge in the States,
Right.
really big in England as well. But she said, even though she was in Harry Potter, she never really felt famous until she was in Downton Abbey.
Really?
Well, because there's the sort of thing where, you'd go to a restaurant. When after Sister Act, she could still just go to a restaurant, go to a movie, go to an art gallery, and be fine. After Downton Abbey, everywhere she went, people said, oh, it's Maggie Smith.
Ah, I see.
And then, she couldn't really go out anymore. So, and she's kind of a private person. So, actually, she wasn't crazy about this show. And she
can
kept
see that.
asking the writer to write her a death scene. She was like, please write me a death scene so I can
Get away
get out
from
of the show. But she was the most popular character in the show.
Ah.
So they were like, sorry.
You just did such a good job.
You can't die.
We had to keep her.
Yes. Yeah, so that's kind of her career. But she also has kind of an interesting personal life.
Okay.
So she was involved in theater her whole life.
Right.
And when she was a young woman, she fell in love with a playwright. But she ended up marrying another actor.
Oh.
And she had 2 sons with the actor. They didn't get along very well. And she got divorced. And then she ended up marrying her real first love,
Oh,
who was the playwright.
I see.
And then she had like an extremely happy marriage for 23 years. And then he died in 1998. And then all her friends and acquaintances said after that she was never quite happy ever again.
The same again.
Yeah. So it's kind of a sad story.
It is.
But I don't know. You could make a movie about it, I bet.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so as I mentioned, she was a very private person. She hated fame. She hated stardom. She liked, going out and no one seeing her. So when you talk to the Harry Potter children, how was Maggie Smith? They all say, oh, we loved her. She was so fantastic. But they were all very intimidated by her.
I see.
You wouldn't go knock on her door and chat.
Hey, what's up? Wanna share this bag of chips together?
Right, that didn't happen. She was like, wow, she's fantastic, but always kept her distance.
There must have been a big aura around her, just saying big superstar. Because, she did have such a great, experience of doing so many different types of work.
Right.
And since she was from Oxford, I'm sure those actors at that time were like, wow, I can't go near her.
Right, and the kids probably saw the other adults.
Right.
And they all really respected her.
So
they all
she's
was
just
like, she
another level.
She was up on a pedestal. And she was kind of unapproachable in that sense.
I see.
But she was very close to the other actors that she really thought were on her level.
Right.
A bit snobby, but I think she just really loved acting and took it really seriously. Yeah. In 1990, she became a dame.
A dame. What is a
So,
dame?
A dame. So if they call somebody Sir, like Sir Elton John. There's Sir Mick Jagger. So that's a knight, right? They're not knights anymore, but the queen or the king says, all right, you are one of the best people in British society.
And you get this title.
The title, right. So she became a dame. So men are sirs, women are dames. And not many people get it. And there's different levels, and she went to the highest level.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's one of the most respected people in England.
And you said that was in 1990, so that was before Harry Potter, before Downton Abbey.
Before all that,
All of
because she was such a respected Shakespearean actor, classical actor. Plus, she also did win, best
the
actress
Oscar.
Oscars and stuff. Yeah, so she just wasn't that famous.
at
She was
that
very
time.
respected. Yeah. So she's got an interesting personal life.
Interesting.
And then when she died, and that was just September, so 7 months
a
ago?
few months ago, yeah.
Yeah. In the public, there were tons and tons of tributes to her. So, including from King Charles, right? So, he gave a speech about her, talked about her. The Prime Minister, Keir Starmer,
Wow.
he went out and he gave her a, what do you call it? Not an obituary, a tribute.
Tribute.
Right, so she got tributes from the king, from the prime minister, from all these other actors, like, do you know Ian McKellen? He was Gandalf in Lord of the Rings.
I didn't watch Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
you didn't watch Lord of the Rings either? No Downton Abbey? No. Okay. These are big hits.
I know. I have this thing where it's a lot of people like this movie, then I'm not going
gonna
to watch
watch
it.
it.
So I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched Inception. I haven't
Oh,
watched.
you gotta watch Inception.
What's that other one that was really popular a few years ago? But yeah, I haven't watched the big ones.
Okay. Now I'm curious, what was the other one a few years ago?
I think it's the one when they were making a rocket. And then it was the time when Barbie came out.
Oh, Barbie. Did you watch Barbie? Yeah. Okay, I watched Barbie. I liked Barbie.
Because it wasn't so popular.
Okay, yeah. If everybody's watching it, I'll
Then I
pass.
stay away. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just have that
Okay.
고집, that stubbornness.
Yeah. But anyway, she got all these acclaim from all these famous actors. So a few fun facts before we finish. She's the only person to ever win an Oscar for portraying an Oscar nominee.
For portraying a
In
Oscar
the movie,
nominee.
she was nominated for an Oscar.
Right.
And then for that role, she was nominated for an Oscar.
Interesting.
The only time that's ever happened.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Drift Monkey Name said Interstellar. I haven't watched that one either.
Oh, okay. Once she was on a stage in a fight scene and she got knocked out physically, by accident.
Fainted? Knocked
No.
out?
They were, play acting, play fighting. But somebody hit her too hard actually, and she just physically got
Oh, no.
knocked And the last one, there's a movie I really want to see. It's called The Lady in the Van. And she lived in a van for several weeks to portray this homeless woman.
Wow.
So she's really kind of dedicated.
Yeah,
and I
that
really want to see that
dedication.
movie, Lady in the Van.
The Lady in the Van. That does
Yeah.
sound like a good one. Must
So,
watch it.
yeah,
soon.
she had a very long life. Everyone acclaimed her and respected her. So that's my tribute to her.
So everyone, that was Maggie Smith, our little tribute to Maggie Smith and the works that she had done. And, again, I feel like a lot of our listeners did learn something new today. Pony was also talking about 남자는 sir, 여자는 dame check mark, saying that she was able to learn that. And also we were able to see that even though we watched all these movies from a long time ago, that Maggie Smith was, yes, indeed featured in them. Yeah. Oh, Just Monkey guessed the other movie a few years ago that I didn't watch was Oppenheimer.
Okay. That's long. I liked it, but you're okay to skip it.
Oh, really?
It's a long movie. It's good, but it's like 3 hours. I watched it on the plane from America to Korea. So I had a long
trip
time.
to watch it. Well, Matthew, thank you so much for this time for Maggie Smith. And we always look forward to Thursdays because of this time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I look forward to it. See you guys next time.
See you next week. And everyone, we're done with hour number 1. And here is a song, Here I Go Again by White Snake. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back at 1 p.m.
I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and songs of yesterday, and I've made up my mind.
They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven our place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on When the night falls down, I wait for you and to come around, and the world's alive with the sound of kids on the street outside. When you walk into the room, you pull me close, now it's time to move, and we're spinning with the stars above, and you lift me up in a web of love. Ooh, baby, do you know that's right? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. When I feel alone, I reach for you and you bring me home. When I'm lost at sea, I hear your voice and it carries me. In this world we're just beginning to understand the miracle of living. Baby, I was afraid before, but I'm not afraid anymore. Baby, do you know that's right? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on In this world we're just beginning to understand the miracle of living. Baby, I was afraid before, but I'm not afraid anymore. Ooh, baby, do you know that's right? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is 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 a place on earth.
And you just heard Heaven is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. Welcome back, everyone. This effervescent song is about finding heaven on earth in the form of true love. It was written by the San Francisco songwriter Rick Knowles and the New York-based Ellen Shipley. The initial idea came to Shipley at a Brooklyn gas station where she spotted a greeting card that said Heaven on Earth. When she and Knowles started working on a song for Belinda Carlisle, Shipley wrote that phrase on the blackboard as an idea. Knowles wrote the words "is a" to make it Heaven is a Place on Earth. So hello everyone, we are live in the studio in Busan on this a little gloomy and cloudy Thursday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I am your host, Kimberly. And now it is the start of hour number 2. We're going to start with today's quote, where we introduce meaningful quotes to motivate you each and every day, followed by Byte-size banter, where we have daily fun conversation with a theme with Andrew. After that, we'll have our segment of Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And then we'll wrap it all up today with our segment titled Living Like a Local, where adapting to a new culture may be difficult, but have no fear. We'll share different tips on how to live like a local. And again, our question of the day and text topic is, how do you increase your current video channel subscribers? How do you increase your current video channel subscribers? So how do you get more subscribers to watch your videos if you do have a video channel? But again, if you don't have one, then share some tips that you think that would work if you had one. 여러분의 비디오 채널 구독자를 늘리는 방법은 무엇인가요? Go ahead and send in your answers. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it only costs you 101. Or reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us and send in your messages for free. And we also do have our smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. Download our app, listen to our programs, and also leave us comments after logging in. And now I'll be right back with today's quote after the song. Here is Straight from the Heart by Rudimental.
Straight from the heart. Straight from the heart. Give me your heart, give me your soul, give me your mind, give me your love. I want it all. Give me your pain, I'll give you patience every day, whatever it takes. I do it all.
was Straight from the Heart by Rudimental. And now it's time for today's quote, where we introduce meaningful quotes to help motivate and inspire you this day. Today's quote is, "True friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable." True friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable. 진정한 우정은 두 사람 사이의 침묵이 편안할 때 찾아옵니다. So do you ever have a friend and you just have complete silence and you're like, it's okay, we don't have to talk? Or do you have a friend that's the opposite? When it is silent, you're like, oh, this is awkward. I need to talk about something, but what should I talk about? There are two different types, but this quote is saying true friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable. And I have Drift Monkey Neem saying already, such a true quote. And I'm assuming, Drift Monkey, you have a friend that you can have silence with and just feel totally comfortable with it. So true friendship is a rare and precious gift that can bring immense joy and support into our lives. It is a bond that goes beyond mere acquaintanceship or casual relationships and is built on a foundation of trust, understanding, and mutual respect. One of the key indicators of a true friendship is the ability to be comfortable in silence with one another. When we are truly comfortable with someone, we do not feel the need to fill every moment with words or chit-chat or some chatter. Instead, we can simply enjoy each other's presence in silence, knowing that our friendship is strong enough to withstand any quiet moments. This kind of comfortable silence is a sign of deep connection and intimacy, as it shows that we are truly at ease with one another and do not need to have the feel to constantly entertain or impress or just blab on. In the context of comfort words, this idea of comfortable silence takes on even greater significance. Comfort words are those words or phrases that bring solace, reassurance, and support to a friend in need. They are the words that can lift someone's spirits, provide encouragement, or simply let them know that they are not alone. However, sometimes the most comforting words are not words at all, but rather the quiet understanding and presence of a true friend. So say that a friend is going through a hard time. Instead of, having to talk about it and going on and talking, instead we can just sit there with them during that time of hardship, and just being there alone, could give them support in that silence also. So silence in friendship is often overlooked, but it can be one of the most telling signs of deep and meaningful bond. Some of the best moments with close friends aren't filled with conversation. They're simply about being together, sharing space, and knowing you don't need to say anything to feel connected. Whether it's a quiet walk or a peaceful car ride without even talking, or just sitting side by side, these moments reinforce the idea that true friendship isn't built on constant words, but on the mutual understanding and comfort. In my own life, I found that friendships I value most are the ones where silence feels natural rather than it feeling awkward. There's something special about knowing you don't have to fill every pause with small talk because the presence of your friend is just enough. 충분해요. It's in those quiet moments that you realize how strong your bond really is, when words aren't necessary to feel understood, supported, and truly at home with someone. We have lots of people there, right? 만학도 영어님 says, 우리는 부부 사이가 그런데 그러면 우리 부부는 친구 같은 사이인가요? 사이네요. Yes, that is very true. When you're also with your loved one or when you're dating, I remember when they were dating and then there would be signs, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to say something, but I don't know what to say. I need to talk about something. But later on, as our relationship grew stronger, those moments of silence, the car rides that we weren't talking, they were fine. We don't need to talk 24/7. We need some time to think on our own and then, speak later when it is worth it. To speak nonstop can also be a bit too much of blabbing. And we have another message here from Monkey님. Similar to a friend I have with which we need not to talk every day, but we're still best friends. Those are the best, aren't they? We have some friends that, if we don't talk to for a while, and we get back, we're like, oh, would it be awkward? But when we do get back together and see each other, it's great. No matter how long that period of silence was with no speaking and no talking, it's okay because when we get back together, we can talk again. As we grow older, we can't talk to our friends like we used to every day, right? So thank you so much for all the people who were chiming in. Again, for today's quote, it is, true friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable. True friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable. 진정한 우정은 두 사람 사이에 침묵이 편안할 때 찾아옵니다. And that was today's quote. And now let's take a song break. Here is To Be With You by Mr. Big.
Hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. A broken heart can't be that bad when it's through. Fate would twist of both of you. So come on, baby, come on over. Let me be the one to show you. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Waited on a line of waited on a line just to be the next to be with you. Build up your confidence so you can be on top for once. Wake up, who cares about little boys that talk too much? I've seen it all go down. The game of love was all written down. So come on, baby, come on over. Let me be the one to hold. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Waited on a line of waited on a line, yeah, just to be the next to be with you. Why be alone when we can be together, baby? You can make my life worthwhile. I can make you start to smile. When it's through. Fate would twist the both of you. So come on, baby, come on over. Let me be the one to show you. I'm the one who wants to be with you. I'm the one. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Waited on a line of waiting and blood. Yeah, just to be the next to be with you. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Waited on a line of waited on that line, yeah, just to be the next to be with you. Just to be the next to be with you.
And welcome back, listeners. You're listening to Midday Meet, and now it is time for Byte-size banter with Andrew.
Hello.
Hello, happy Thursday.
How's your favorite food going?
I'm not telling anyone my favorite food anymore, remember?
Hey, for our listeners who aren't in tune with what we're talking about, go back and listen to yesterday's Byte-size banter.
Go ahead and check it out, everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, how are things?
Good, good, good. You know, the weather is getting better.
It is getting better. And that kind of goes into today's question because, with the warm weather and, we have the cherry blossoms, and all this stuff coming, my question for you is because, after that happens, not too far away is the rainy season. All right. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the rainy season.
Me neither.
Because it's just constant. And it just ruins my day.
It's every day.
And I have to drive a car. And I can't walk places.
Hey, at least you have a car. Imagine me walking everywhere with wet, soggy shoes.
Well, you need to get yourself some rain boots. All right? Okay? And a giant golf umbrella.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what you need. So, my question for our listeners and for you is, what's your favorite way to spend a rainy day? Yeah, so, I know the rainy season is kind of relentless. It's almost too much. But you're in the middle of summer or right now. I know the weather is generally decent this time of year.
That's true.
But if there's a rainy day, what do you like to do on a rainy day?
So, everyone, 비 오는 날에 시간을 보내는 가장 좋아하는 방법은 무엇인가요? So you can have different options. You can just stay at home. You can go out and about. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I know plenty of people, and maybe you're one of them, that a rainy day means in bed, under the covers, and if there's a TV in the room, it becomes movie day. Or the laptop or whatever gets put in the bed, or they're on the sofa. And there's nothing against that, but I know a lot of people like that. All right? I used to be that person, but then I had kids, and they're like, drive me up the wall if we're in the house too long. So let's go with you first. How do you like to spend a rainy day? What's your favorite way to spend a rainy day?
You already said it. If I don't have anything to do that day, say
Yes.
that I have no classes, no radio, no nothing, I would just spend it in bed all day. And this goes for a rainy day or a sunny day. I would stay home, lay in bed, watch the flicks, and just go about my day until it's nighttime again.
How about this? Let me change this a little bit. How about it's a rainy day, but you had to get up and go and do something, say by 10 a.m. And then you were already up, you're out, you're doing something. Will this change it at all? Or are you just like, I'm hitting the eject button and I'm back home and under the covers?
Yes, that would be me though. Go and do that thing at 10 a.m. and hurry back home into
Yeah.
bed. But okay, so I know what you're trying to do right now. You're trying to get me to have a different answer.
No. I'm just curious. I'm like a different perspective.
Okay, if it was rainy and I couldn't stay at home and I had to go out, then I would go to a cafe.
Yeah, okay.
But a cafe with big windows.
Okay.
Because I would want to hear the raindrops hitting the windshield or the windows.
Or the decking outside or something like that, sure.
And enjoy a nice cup of warm tea
Ooh, okay.
and maybe do a Sudoku book.
Oh.
I wouldn't read a book. I would do a Sudoku book.
Gotcha. Yes, I'm on those things along the same line as well. There's times where my kids and I they love to read. So, there's a couple bookstores you can go to that also have cafes connected to them. Or we'll just go to a random cafe. And I really like ones that are a little bit off the beaten path or up on a mountain somewhere.
Ooh.
Or, you could maybe see the water and, they can bring some books from home. Or if we stopped at the library is a great place to go on a rainy day as well. But they would bring some of their own snacks, right? And have a coffee, chill out for, an hour or more. It's a great activity.
You know what? And since you dragged me out of the house, then what do we do in Korea when it's rainy? Do you know?
Drink makgeolli?
Yeah, and eat some chon. That's what I would do at the end of the day and then go back home. Into bed.
I told a friend that one time about that kind of tradition or that stuff. And they're like, yeah, I can get on board with that. It was hilarious. It was really funny.
I also had a friend, she moved from California, but she lives here now in Busan.
Yeah.
And she always finds some makgeolli and chon on a rainy day.
On a rainy day.
Always.
And it's one of those things where, it's so accepted as well. Mm-hmm. Like if it was a rainy day and you were leaving work and your boss was there, you might say to your boss says, "Oh, what are you going to do?" And you could tell them you're going to do that, and they'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool." It's so socially accepted. It's funny.
So listeners, what's your favorite way to spend a rainy day? Would you like to stay home, go outside to a cafe, or maybe just bake some cookies at home? Who knows? Go ahead and let us know. And Andrew, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm going to get some cookies after you just said that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. And welcome back, listeners. That was our segment for Byte-size banter. Again, our topic was, what's your favorite way to spend a rainy day? And how awesome is this question, because it is a bit rainy and gloomy today. We have a few answers. Juliet 님 saying, 막걸리에 파전 아닙니까? On a rainy day. 파전. I like how Juliet 님 got specific with what type of chon it was. 인류의 충전소 says, 비 오는 날은 이불 안에서 귤 까먹으면서 넷땡을 보는 게 최고죠. That's what my answer was too, but Andrew wouldn't let me say that. He said I had to do something and go out and do something and not stay in bed. But I like yours where you had to say, 귤 까먹어. That would be also very, very good. And Betty Name is saying, for me, I want to spend a rainy day to read a book and hang out with a friend at a cafe or have some makgeolli and chon. Yes, we are talking a lot about makgeolli today because it is raining. 인류의 충전소 says, 두 분 막걸리 한잔 하시죠. Yes, that'd be very nice. I know lots of people, even with today, as the rain is falling, maybe you're at work, maybe you're at home in your blanket, which I am very jealous of. Or just tell me another different type of activity you like to do when it's raining. Do you like to take the kids out to a museum and have them play inside, or take them to a kids cafe? Or if you're single, what would you like to do? Meet up with friends. I have another message here from Drift Monkey Neem saying, I love rain. If it's a holiday, hate it if it's not. Holiday walking in the rain while the umbrella gets pelted by raindrops, so good. Really interesting. So you love the rain if it's only a holiday. And you like walking in the rain with your umbrella when it's like super, super rainy. But only, again, if it's a holiday. So if it's a holiday, so like just any holiday, or is it like the weekend also when you're not having to do something? Either way, I think I would just like to be inside because I have rain boots. I know Andrew was like, go get some rain boots, but I don't like wearing them because when you take off the rain boots, it's just so hard. If you know, you know, because it's just such a hassle to take off your rain boots. But so I just wear my regular sneakers, and my sneakers are kind of thin, and my socks get so wet, and I hate it. This is why I need a car. Husband, please buy me a car if you're listening. And that was our segment for Byte-size banter. Again, if you haven't answered yet, go ahead. So tell me, what's your favorite way to spend a rainy day? And now let's take a song break. Here is I Wish by Joel Corey featuring Mabel.
I wish I could hear you say my name. I wish we could do it all again. I wish I didn't have myself to blame. It's you I miss, yeah. 'Cause when I look back at us, I know we almost had it all, but the time wasn't right. I should've loved you more, but there's no going back. Still I need you to know that I'm not who I was before, no. I think of you every day, every night. You said you needed space and you needed time, and I want you to know what I did wasn't right. Wish I could change your mind. I wish I didn't say goodbye so fast. I wish I could take the moment back. I wish I cherished everything we had, but it's you I miss. 'Cause when I look what I gotta do for you to believe me. If a second chance sounds crazy, then I don't know how I'm gonna be. I think of you every day, every night. You said you needed space and you needed time, and I want you to know what I did wasn't right. Wish I could change your mind. I wish. Wish I could change your mind. I wish. I think of you every day, every night. You said you needed space and you needed time. I want you to know what I did wasn't right. Wish I could change your mind. I wish.
That was I Wish by Joel Corey featuring Mabel. And now it is time for Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week we're listening to a scene from the TV show Suits. And I know that we've done Suits before, but don't worry, this is a different segment of the same episode. So Suits is a legal drama that premiered in 2011, focusing on the fast-paced world of corporate law in New York City. The show focuses on a big-time lawyer, Harvey Specter, and his newly hired associate, Mike Ross. And this scene is where Mike Ross meets Rachel Zane for the first time, who is a paralegal at the law firm and also his love interest for the series. But before we get started with today, let's have a recap of the expressions that we've learned this week. Juliet Neem already beat me to it. She said for Monday it was, "You've hit on me." You've hit on me. This phrase acknowledges and calls out flirtation in a blunt and almost dismissive way. So say that someone was flirting with you and you're like, "Ugh, you hit on me. Let's get it over with. I don't want it." You've hit on me. So not meaning physically hitting. On Tuesday, we learned about we can get it out of the way. We can get it out of the way. This phrase means to deal with something immediately so that it doesn't cause problems or distractions in the future. It often applies to things that are either unpleasant, awkward, or simply unnecessary to address. Just like, get away from me. I don't want it. Go away. So let's get this over with. We can get it out of the way. And yesterday, our expression was without fail. Without fail. This phrase means something always happens without an exception. So it's always going to happen there. So now let's get into today's expression. But before that, let's listen to the clip for those who are joining for the first time today. So we're going to listen to the clip because we need to listen to it before we figure out what our actual expression is. So as you're listening to it, try to guess and see which one it is that we're going to talk about today. Take a listen.
Mike Ross? Hi. I'm Rachel Zane. I'll be giving you your orientation.
Wow, you're pretty.
Good. You've hit on me. We can get it out of the way that I'm not interested.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't hitting on you.
Trust me. I've given dozens of these, and without fail, whatever new hotshot it is thinks that because I'm just a paralegal, that I will somehow be blown away by his dazzling degree. Let me assure you, I won't.
And that was our clip. And today we're going to talk about a word, okay? And it is hotshot. Have you heard of this expression before? Hotshot. Rachel refers to the new associates as hotshots, implying that they often act overconfident, thinking their prestigious law degrees automatically make them superior to her, who is a paralegal. She uses the word sarcastically to show that she is unimpressed by their credentials and attitude. So she doesn't care if you have a law degree. She doesn't care if you're an associate at that law firm. You're just acting like a hotshot. The term hotshot is often used to describe someone who thinks that they are highly skilled, talented, or important, sometimes in a way that comes across as a bit arrogant. It can be both a compliment and an insult depending on the tone and the context. So if we say someone that's a hotshot in a nice way, then yeah, it's a compliment. It's a great way to say it. But if we say it in a negative tone, and we call them a hotshot, then it's not very nice. So let's see here. We have the words hotshot. Together in this phrase refers to someone who sees themselves as a top performer, often with a bit of an ego attached. So big player, top performer, great person, hotshot. So why do we relate to this phrase? We've all encountered people who think that they're the best at what they do and make sure everyone knows it. It can be used in a friendly, admiring way. You can say, wow, he is a real hotshot in the business world. He gets all of the business done really quickly and efficiently. He's such a hotshot, meaning it's a compliment there. Or in a sarcastic, critical way here as Rachel uses it. So many industries, especially high-pressured ones like law or finance, have hotshots who are ambitious but sometimes a bit overly confident. So here are some examples of when to use it. As a compliment, you can say, wow, she's a real hotshot in marketing. Her campaigns always go viral. She is awesome with it. Hotshot. Or as an insult, you can say, another hotshot CEO who thinks he knows everything. Or you can just say, another blah, blah, blah hotshot who thinks that they know everything. They think they're the best and that their opinion is the only one that matters, right? We can say it like that also. Hotshot. Or in a neutral context. Maybe you don't want to say it as a compliment and maybe you don't want to say it as an insult either. You can just say, the company just hired a hotshot lawyer to handle the case. A little example that I can say for me that I know is in my world of education, we can say, did you see that new teacher that we just hired? It's a hotshot from Daechidong, meaning that teacher is great because they're from Daechidong and they're so awesome. It could be a compliment there. Or you can say, that hotshot from Daechi, they think that they know the best. They think they know everything. That is also using the same context but in a negative way. So it really depends on how you're going to use it. Hot shots. So let's listen to the clip one more time.
Whatever new hot shot it is.
Whatever new hot shot, whoever they think it is, hot shot. So Rachel here sarcastically calls her new associates hot shots because she is unimpressed by their attitudes. The term can be used positively, negatively, or neutrally depending on the situation. If someone thinks that they're a superstar, you might find yourself calling them a hot shot too. We have lots of hot shots also in the entertainment world with hot shot singers, hot shot actors. Those are the ways that we can use it as compliments. And that was our segment for Don't Make a Scene. Hopefully, out of this whole week, I think this may be the easiest term that you can incorporate into your conversation and try it out. Hot shots. So now let's take a song break. Here is Panic Attack by Halsey.
My body carries sadness that my brain cannot yet see, and I've been holding on to memories in my stomach and my teeth, and both my shoulders have been burdened by the weight of my mistakes, and every time you lean in closer, both my knees can't help but shake. And I think you're a danger to my health, or so it seems. Is it love or a panic inside? Is a heavy heart too much to hold? I don't know, but it's late, so I'm taking you home. Is it love or a panic inside? Would you mind if I asked you on the phone? I don't taking you home.
And welcome back. You just listened to Panic Attack by Halsey. And now it's time for our segment titled Living Like a Local. I'll be going over some cultural differences you might notice when you first arrive to Korea. And it's always interesting to see what can be a bit of a shock, but don't worry. I'll give you some tips and also share some personal stories of when I felt the same. So today's topic is something that makes road trips in Korea a little extra special. And today we're going to be talking about the culture of 휴게소, which is rest stops, and 졸음 쉼터, which is the rest stops for sleeping. If you've ever taken a highway bus or driven across the country, you've probably experienced these unique stops. But how are they different from what you'd find in America per se? So first, what is a 휴게소? 휴게소. It is a highway rest stop in Korea, but they are much more than just places to use the bathroom. These stops are like mini little travel destinations, offering a variety of amenities such as delicious street food like hotdog, tteokbokki, udon, or other types of things, corn dogs. Right? I love the corn dogs. We have the regular corn dogs, the corn dogs that are a bit bigger, and then the corn dogs that have French fries around them. So yummy. You always have to get it. Or they also have cafes and convenience stores. There's also gift shops with local specialties, play areas for children if it's a really big 휴게소, gas stations and car maintenance services also if you need something like for a pit stop, or also just sitting areas with beautiful views. 휴게소s are designed to make road trips more enjoyable, giving travelers a place to rest, eat, and recharge before continuing their journey. So, how is this different from America? In the US, highway rest stops exist, but they are much simpler in comparison. There are basic facilities only. For example, they have bathrooms, vending machines, and some maybe picnic tables, if you are able to find one there. Many don't have food stalls or gas stations on site, so travelers have to exit the highway to actually find a restaurant or a gas station. So it isn't just like along the highway and you stop putting gas. You have to actually get out of the highway and find a gas station on the street, then come back and backtrack and then get back onto the highway, which is, could be a bit annoying. Also, food options are limited, where Korean 휴게소s are very famous for their food courts, where you can get a warm meal and even snacks. In contrast, American rest stops rarely have freshly cooked meals. You can find prepackaged snacks or maybe like a vending machine with chips, but then if you wanted to get a restaurant, you have to again exit the highway, find a restaurant, and then come back to the highway. Also, there is more focus on driving breaks in Korea. In Korea, 휴게소s are placed at regular intervals to encourage drivers to take breaks to avoid fatigue and tiredness. We're driving, we're stiff, we need to get out, we need to stretch, eat some yummy food, and then get back to driving again. In America, rest stops are spaced farther apart. The drivers are expected to continue driving longer distances without frequent stops. So also, in Korea, we talked about earlier, they are something called 졸음 쉼터, right? Rest stops for sleeping? I was like, what is that when I first saw it? I was like, I'm just sleepy, so I'm just going to sleep there and no one's going to come in and break into my car. In Korea, some rest areas provide designated spaces for tired drivers to sleep in their cars before continuing their journey. And these are especially helpful for truck drivers and people on long road trips. In the US, there are some designated rest stops where people can sleep in their cars, but there are safety concerns that often make people hesitate to sleep at a highway rest stop. And many states have restrictions on overnight parking at rest stops, requiring travelers to find motels or truck stops instead. And also, truck stops are like Loves or Pilots, so offer parking and amenities for long-haul drivers, but they're not designated and designed for just the regular Joe Schmo driving their car. Okay, so my first 휴게소 experience, wow, it was like 신세계, a whole new world. I was like, what is this? Like, what is all this street food? What is this 편의점 where I can get all this food? What is this big food court where I can actually eat black bean noodles like jjajangmyeon and even ramen? I was like, this is heaven. Especially having been in the car for so long, I was like, this is great. And the first time I went to Chorum Shimto, I was with my girlfriends and we were on like a little road trip, and only one friend was able to drive because we didn't switch our international driver's license at that time. So she was really tired. So she was like, can we please stop here and like nap for like 30 minutes? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go to this Chorum Shimto and go to sleep. Honestly, at first, I was really afraid of coming from America. So I was like, I wasn't sure if people were going to like come and knock on our door, see people just sleeping in the car and then do something funny. But it was totally fine and awesome. We just legit, all of us just slept and we woke up and we're like, oh, all right, let's stretch and go back to driving. And it was such a fun time. So Korean 휴게소 culture makes road trips fun and comfortable. Also, the Chorum Shimto, turning a simple break into a mini adventure. Whether you're grabbing a warm bowl of ramen, stretching your legs, or taking in the view, rest stops in Korea are designed to enhance your journey, not just to serve as a quick stop. So once you experience them, you'll understand why Koreans actually look forward to stopping at 휴게소 on their travel. And for me also, whenever I go on a road trip and go somewhere with my husband, he's always like, 빨리 가야 돼, right? But then I'm always like, oh, no, we have to stop at this 휴게소. And we drive a little bit more. I'm like, but there's another 휴게소. Let's stop here. So I'm like a huge 휴게소 advocate and lover. I love them. Thank you, Korea. And so that was our segment for Living Like a Local about 휴게소s and Chorum Shimtos. I hope you were able to enjoy that. So now it's time for another song. Here is Roots by Caleb Scott.
Sunshine on my mind. Got love, but we ain't got time, no, no. Late nights, real good times. Stayed up just to cross those lines, oh, no. And I get that feeling inside. Every time it takes me to my roots, like a dizzy summer bloom. Got me thinking about you. Mistakes, oh, get lost in a drunken haze. Got lost, but I'm on my way home, way home. Oh, and I get that feeling inside. Every time it takes me to my roots, like a dizzy summer bloom. Got me thinking about you. Like a dizzy summer bloom, got me thinking about you. My roots getting higher than the moon, got me thinking about you. Every time it takes me to my roots. My roots, my roots, take me to my roots. My roots. Every time it takes me to my roots.
And welcome back. You just listened to Roots by Caleb Scott. Our question of the day and text topic was, how do you increase your current video channel subscribers? 여러분은 비디오 채널 구독자를 늘리는 방법은 무엇인가요? We had a lot of answers today, and I believe the overall theme was to engage with the audience, to talk with the people, to have some sort of opportunity to have listeners and watchers, have their comments being shown on the video and to be talked about. Engagement, communication, relationships, I feel like that is the biggest thing to have. That is the 핵심. So now, unfortunately, it is time to wrap up the show. I cannot believe it's already almost 2 p.m. I had the honor of being your host, Kimberly, and here is our last song, Take Me to the River by Talking Heads. Thank you again for listening today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!